Hey guys! Today I'm gonna show you what I am taking to the hospital in my hospital bag. Now, last week you saw what Adanna is packing and she promised you that she'll try and convince me to do the same, so I thought, why not? Let me just tell you up front, you might be wondering, of course, why is the guy taking a bag to the hospital since Adanna has already taken two? Well, we don't really know how long we will be in the hospital, and there are a couple of things actually that are quite useful and handy for the man to have as well. So I'm going to show you that today. Also, please keep in mind that we know that a couple of you said, we're packing quite a lot, but there are different systems, of course, in the hospitals. And in the States, for example, they provide a lot of the things. In other countries and in Ireland as well, they don't. So you need to literally bring everything with you. And I think since it's our first child as well, it's always better to overpack, I guess, than not have enough, or me having to drive back home and then get stuff. So keep that in mind. I'm going to show you what I'm taking to the hospital. So first off, the little bit of extra luggage, I guess, from Adanna's packing are these two beautiful things. First of all, it's an additional blue towel and then Adanna's blue bathrobe. I guess it's good to have the color blue. I think that I mentioned last time as well, just in case there are any stains or anything, but it's very nice cotton and soft towel for her. And then this very, very, very cozy bathrobe, so that when she walks throughout the hospital, that she can just be nice and comfortable. So those are the first two things. Now the next thing I'm packing is a camera. Now, in as much as we already told you that we won't really be publishing any of the material that we might be shooting in a hospital, because this is sort of our private moment and we want to keep it that way. Of course, we do want to have a couple of shots and videos maybe from the hospital for ourselves. So I'm taking this Canon Powershot, our favorite camera at the moment, very handy, very easy to use, and also important, just in case, again, it can take a little bit longer, to bring the charger. I'm also bringing my laptop with me. This is just in case, of course, things take a little bit longer, or I want to maybe distract Adanna with something, so it might be good to have that with me as well. Plus, of course, a charger, very important, because the worst thing, that can happen is probably watching something with Adanna to distract her and then the battery runs out. Those are two things that are definitely a must. Next on my list is my beloved iPad, and I don't really travel anywhere without it these days. I have a lot of books on there, I have a lot of magazines as well on there that I constantly read. So this is really good in case maybe Adanna needs to rest or we have to stay overnight or anything, that I can distract myself a little bit as well. So I'm taking my iPad, and again, not forgetting the charger as well. Now with that as well, if I want to listen to some music, my favorite at the moment are the Your Beats by Dre. So I'm taking one as well, that I can maybe listen to some music, or when I watch something at night, that I have some headphones with me as well. I think the next thing is kind of needless to say, but of course I'm bringing my phone and the phone charger as well. Very important for updating family and friends on the process, of course, in case there anybody you need to call quickly, so of course always very important to have your phone with you. And the next thing is something that I found really, really useful, because in the most unexpected situations, suddenly your battery ran out of your phone or camera or something. So I always bring this mobile charger with me, which is brilliant, lasts a very long time. I think can charge at least 3 times your phone or something. And it's very thin, tiny, can fit in any pocket, even your jeans or trouser pocket. So I always bring the mobile charger just in case something happens and you need to quickly charge your phone or something. So very, very useful. I can highly recommend this one. Besides all the technology and all the fancy stuff you can bring, I still love the old school paper. So I'm also definitely gonna bring a book. Currently I'm reading this book, which is quite interesting, but I'd also always like to have that feeling, of changing pages with your actual fingers. So I definitely gonna bring this book as well. Now again, in case we have to stay overnight, there are a few things I'm putting in my bag as well. First of all, I'm gonna take an extra shirt, just in case the next morning maybe, I want to freshen up when we leave the hospital or so. So I'm gonna take an extra shirt. And I'm also packing my toiletry bag. So what I'm taking is just very standard stuff. Obviously I'm gonna have my toothbrush, I'm gonna have toothpaste, deodorant, and then my favorite perfume, the Gucci Intense. Just in case, again, I need to freshen up. I think this would be very, very handy. Now the next item on my list is from what I've heard, very, very, very important. If you have been in the hospital for hours, you know, if Adanna is in labor and you know you're taking a break or something, and you also need to make sure that you stay hydrated first of all, so you have enough water, but also to have some food with you. So this is very, very crucial, I think. So what I'm packing to bring to the hospital are first of all these choco bars. And second, I've packed a little bag here and there's some apples inside, some crackers, some chocolate bars and some Haribo as well. And I think this could be a good mix. Also for after the birth, I think for Adanna maybe to chew on something, this could be quite nice. There's some hard candy as well, because I heard this is very good for Adanna to chew on as well if you need some sugar, but she's not really allowed to eat anything solid. So yeah, that's pretty much. I'm also gonna have some water in the bag. I don't need to show you, I think just standard, you know, spring water. So this hopefully will save me in case we have to spend some hours in the hospital. And then last but not least, this could potentially be a lifesaver as well. Again, in case we're staying longer or in case we have to stay overnight. Obviously, I'm not gonna drive home. I'm gonna be with Adanna the whole time, no matter how long it takes. And the hospitals normally are not very good in providing, let's say, any bed or any place actually for the partners as well. So just in case, I might have to spend the night on the chair next to Adanna or anywhere on the floor. I'm also gonna bring a pillow just so I can maybe have a fairly comfortable night. Although to be honest, I think if I'm staying there overnight, I'll probably be up the whole night anyway, looking at Adanna and just making sure that she's fine in case anything happens. So that's pretty much what I'm packing. It's not as much obviously as Adanna is bringing, but I hope you can see that some of these things can be very, very useful. Of course, guys, if things go according to plan and everything just takes a couple of hours, you know, I might not need a lot of the things. But again, I think it's better to bring them just in case, because I don't want to obviously be stuck in the hospital and then, you know, having to drive home and leaving Adanna in the hospital alone and all these, you know, that wouldn't really be a nice situation. So I'd rather bring a little bit too much. We have the car, so it's gonna be in the car, and in case we need it, then at least we have it with us. So I hope this was interesting. You're gonna have all the details on all the products if you are interested in any of them down below in the description. We hope you enjoyed it, and let's just all hope and see when baby S decides to finally come. It should happen any day now. Obviously, you guys are gonna find out eventually. So all the best. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye bye.